only Aisha, but Aisha, he loved her most. Salama been asked once, the Prophet he used to kiss you when you are fasting, and when he sallallahu is fasting, when he was fasting. She said, me, no. They told, but Aisha said he used to kiss her when he is fasting. She said, yes. ما كان يصبر عن حبها. He couldn't hold himself from her because her love to her, radiallahu anha. He couldn't stop himself from kissing her because he loved her so much. The Prophet ﷺ also loved others, like Khadija. Aisha said, I never felt jealous as much as I felt from Khadija. Isn't that amazing that she is very jealous from a dead woman? She's dead already. But she's very jealous. She said the Prophet ﷺ, when he mentioned her, he will not stop. He will keep talking about her. And that should show you a lesson, a very important lesson, brothers and sisters. Many brothers and sisters said, after 2 or 3 years from marriage, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years of marriage, love goes down. Khalas, no more warm love and no more warm relationship between the both parties. See, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, she passed away. Years after years after years. He still loved her the same way. Do you know when he sallallahu alaihi wasallam will have extra meat in his house, he will order them to take this meat to Khadija's friends. He said, because this is her friends, I want to give them gift. For his wives, which she passed away, her friends, he will give them gifts because of his love to his wife. He's good even to her friends and her family. In Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he talked that, Aisha said, radiyallahu anha, once I got so jealous. Because when he talked about her so much. Then when I told him, why you care much about an old woman? She has a red gums. She mean by red gums, because all of her teeth fell down. She's old. She doesn't have teeth anymore. And her gums very red. You know, when you see old people, they don't have any more teeth. Their gums very red. She said, what you want of a woman? حمراء الشدقين. يعني, he doesn't have a teeth. And she looks ugly and old. Why you care much about her? She said, when I said that, he was so mad at me. In Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, his love was true love. It's not a matter of she changed, like, oh, she became, she doesn't look good anymore, the love died. No. The love is not only for how she looks like. It's more deeper than that. He was so mad at her, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And she said, and I heard a lot of things I wish I didn't say any single word to him about her. He gave me a lesson. قال فأسمعني ما أوجعني. And she said, and he kept repeating these things 1 month. Every day and night he see me. He said, Aisha, she was this and this and this and this. And I said, Wallahi, I will never say anything more about her. But once she did, once she said the Prophet ﷺ, قالت يا رسول الله إن كان لك بعير أكنت تطعمه من شجرة أكل منها أم من شجرة لم يؤكل منها. She said to the Prophet ﷺ once, yep, oh Muhammad ﷺ, I have a question for you. He said, what? She said, if you have a camel and you see there is trees and there is other camels eating from this tree or ate already from this tree. And there's a tree new, never been touched by any camels. Where are you going to let your camel eat from? From the tree never been touched or from the tree already the camels ate it? You know what she means. She is very, radiallahu anha, she used to say, to show her love so much to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Anyway, look to this example. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he made Hajj, he took all of his wives. Then Safiya, you know, she is a daughter, she's a Jewish woman, and she became Muslim, and she married the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Her camels for somehow get sick and he couldn't move. فدخل عليها النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وهي تبكي. النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم came to her and she was crying because her camel is not moving and she afraid that she will miss the Hajj with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Then the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam enter while she's crying. فقام يمسح دموعها بيديه. Then the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam start stopping her from her crying, and the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam will wipe his tear with his hand sallallahu alaihi wasallam, telling her don't cry, with his own hand sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and cleaning her face from the tears, or her cheek from the tear. And the Prophet ﷺ said, don't worry, don't worry. And he ordered the whole caravan to stop for her. فقال لزينب بنت جحش أفقري أختك جملا، يعني اعطي أختك جملا. فقالت أنا أفقر يهوديتك والله ما كان. She said, the Prophet ﷺ told Zainab bin Jahsh, why you don't give him one of your camels? She has camels because she's rich. Zainab, she's a rich woman. Then she told him, do you want me to give your Jewish woman a camel? Oh no. She was jealous. She doesn't want that. But anyway, the Prophet ﷺ gave her a camel. The Prophet ﷺ, he knew that a woman can be jealous. Therefore, he was not harsh with a woman when she says something not proper because out of her jealous. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, see the love in his life. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was sick one night or one day. Safiya, and she was 17 years old when he married her, and she was so beautiful woman radiallahu anha. She walked into the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam while he's sick. فقالت والله يا نبي الله لوددت أن ما بك بي. She said, Ya Rasulullah, I wish that this pain in me, not in you. She said, very nice. I wish that this pain in me, not in you. Then his rest of his wives there, فجعلنا يتغامزن. They look at each other and said, yeah, you know. They said like that. They look at, yeah, she's saying that. فقال من أي شيء تغامزكن والله إنها صادقة. He said sallallahu alaihi wasallam, why are you doing that? Wallahi, she's saying the truth. Wallahi, she's saying the truth. Don't write anything. Sorry. Even by the way, Safiya, لما تزوجها النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, Aisha, she want to see what this new girl looks like. قال فتنقبت. She wore niqab and she covered herself and she walked into the wedding to see Safiya and nobody see her. But the Prophet ﷺ recognized Aisha and he told, how you find her? How she is? She was coming back. She said, قالت يهودية من يهودياتهم. She said, she's just a Jewish woman like any Jewish woman. She did admit that she is a beautiful woman. Anyway, the Prophet ﷺ also once, Aisha, was telling him a story. A long story about 11 women they gathered. And they start talking bad about their wives. And some of them mention good thing about it. This is before Islam. This story, Aisha repeating the story, narrating the same story to the Prophet ﷺ. She mentioned in the end of the story a man. And this man, his name Abu Zar'. His wife loved him so much. When she talked about him, she put him in very, very high degree. Even though she said, nothing ever similar to Abu Zar'. I love him more than anything else. When she described him, she praised him, his daughters from his ex-wife. She praised his mother, which is very rare to find a woman do that, is her mother-in-law. She praised also even his servant, his camel, his son. She praised everything belonged to him. Because when you love somebody, you love all his belongings. If I love my wife, I will love her car. She loves you. She loves everything from you. She loves your clothes. She loves the color you love. That's something very obvious. When you love somebody, you start